I have waited so long for this moment.
I am so happy.
Why does the kettle take so long to sigh? The tea leaves swirl in dark amber rings. A stray button rests on the windowsill. My wonder mind counts the nuts in the oak. Nobody answers, but the kitchen feels still. I smooth out the crease on my worn linen shawl. The wireless radio plays a forgotten tune. The porch light flickers once and settles down. I wipe my old reading glass frames with a cloth. Soft violins begin to brush against the hall. The shadows stretch across the yellow pattern wall. A gentle supper simmers low upon the stove, and quiet memories rest inside this peaceful grove. The evening air grows cool against the window pane, while simple comfort washes out the lingering rain. Did I remember to latch the back screen? The tabby cat purrs on the tapestry rug. Old photographs never reveal how they felt. They just hold their breath as the decades pass by. A pinch of ground nutmeg, a dried lavender branch. The quiet evening slows to a steady pulse. The tall pendulum clock sways a small copper disc outside. In the dusk, a sweet westerly breeze. I cradle my mug in the palm of my hand. Soft violins begin to brush against the hall. The shadows stretch across the yellow pattern wall. A gentle supper simmers low upon the stove, and quiet memories rest inside this peaceful grove. The evening air grows cool against the window pane, while simple comfort washes out the lingering rain. Wandering thoughts drift like leaves on a stream, floating from mid-afternoon to a dream. No urgent answers are needed right now, just flannel and blankets and peace on my brow. Who knows where the hours go when night steps in? The house settles down, comfortable and thin. The small table lamp clicks away into dusk, resting my mind in the lavender musk. Peach and lavender wash over the diner floor, casting warm shadows near the creaking door. You slide into the booth across from mine, holding a folded paper from 1999. You ask if I have heard the evening news, while butter melts on toast we barely use. The coffee pot is steaming by the till. Outside the traffic hums along the hill. We talk of weather turning cold tonight. Two strangers are resting in the fading light. A soft brass clock ticks quietly behind the counter space, while simple words bridge every gap across this gentle place. You tell me how the city looked when you were 23, and hand a peppermint across the floor, my good of me. We watch the neon sign buzz green before the street lamps glow. The baker sweeps the crumbs around our shoes. A cello record plays the twilight blues. You laugh about a train you missed in Maine, how the wrong turn let you your side, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. Daylight surrenders to a quiet shade of blue. I never thought I would share an hour with you. No names exchanged, just gentle words to spare, as chilly breeze blows through the evening air. The bell rings once as you get up to go. The street outside begins to softly glow. A quiet evening shared without a name, and yet the dark feels warmer just the same. Yesterday you said the back clock runs too fast, and now the kitchen pendulum is swinging past. The brass pull chain hangs slightly crooked on the lamp. A yellow napkin rests beside a faded stamp. The tea tin lid is left a little bit askew. Shadows stretch across the hallway view. The cello on the radio is tuning up its string. The neighbor shuts his garden gate with a gentle iron ring. A quiet tension settles in the corner of the room. The copper kettle cools down on the iron stovetop grate, while purple twilight gathers where the gravel driveway meets the gate. A lone street lamp flickers soft before the nighttime starts, and peaceful silent rhythm fills our older waiting hearts. The window screen holds one dried maple leaf from fall. A pattern made of golden light is climbing up the wall. Your reading glass case sits right beside the knitted throw. The evening paper's folded where the table lamp glows low. The rug has turned a deeper shade of dusty navy blue. The radiator hums a song it's sung for 30 years. The evening air grows cool enough to chill our resting ears. A quiet tension settles in the corner of the room. The copper kettle cools down on the iron stovetop grate, while purple twilight gathers where the gravel driveway meets the gate. A lone street lamp flickers soft before the nighttime starts, and peaceful silent rhythm fills our older waiting hearts. Small things keep their places when the daylight slips away. The coat rack holds 3 jackets from a rainy Tuesday. We count the steady ticks before the hallway clock chimes 8, and let the quiet evening roll on in without a date. The porch light casts an oval on the wooden floor. A cool breeze nudges softly at the pantry door. We sit together watching as the rest of dusk sinks deep. chair sinks deep into the carpet tonight. A soft shadow stretches across the patterned rock floor. If I could mail a postcard back to 22, I would tell you to put down that restless iron key and let the quiet evening rest against the door. You were always running out into the dark, scared that time was slipping through your fingertips. Now the cello plays a slow and gentle theme, and the tea stays warm between my waiting lips. Start looking at the clock beside the unlit hall. The silver hair you fear will bring a softer grace. You never missed the train that mattered most of all. So lower your tired guard and rest your anxious face. The clock on the mantel ticks with a comfortable hum. I watch the streetlights flicker through the curtain lace. Young boy, you worried over words you never said, when simple silence was the kindest thing to place. I forgive the foolish rush of early youth, the pride that made you walk along the lonely lane. Here in the velvet dusk I finally know the truth. No honest effort ever went entirely in vain. Start looking at the clock beside the unlit hall. The silver hair you fear will bring a softer grace. You never missed the train that mattered most of all. So lower your tired guard and rest your anxious face. The chair keeps me grounded while the darkness settles deep. You turned out just fine, old friend. Go ahead and sleep. Sudden question cuts right through the dark. The parlor radiator hums and stops. A sudden memory strikes a tiny spark, while on the windowsill a raindrop drops. The velvet chair retains its quiet heat as distant evening traffic leaves the street. The amber lamp casts shadows on the floor. A slow crescendo gathers at the door. The silver teapot waits upon the tray to wash the heavy dusk of rest away. The mental clock keeps count of every breath we save, while yellow street lamps light the path we never paved. A forgotten letter rests beneath the wool coat sleeve, where quiet tension builds before we dare to leave. We hold our cups and watch the amber shadows grow, let the peaceful silence find its subtle glow. A sharp thought lingers in the muted room. The grand piano glimmers in the shade. The courtyard lilac leaves a faint perfume before the last red streaks of sunset fade. Fingers linger on the leather book, exchanging one profound and knowing look. Strings pull tight across the wooden hall as evening settles gently on the wall. No loud demands or frantic words appear, just 60 years of living standing near. The tea grows cool upon the side table drawer. The quiet tension settles on the floor. 8 o'clock arrives without a sound. A peaceful, cozy evening is found.
Dried clove and simmered apple peel float through the quiet hallway. Arthur checks the pendulum clock that ticks the hours away. He stirs a pot of barley soup upon the iron stove and pulls a woolen cardigan around the home he loves. The street lamp flickering outside cast yellow on the wall. A distant train whistle blows soft beyond the city wall. He folds the evening paper up and puts his glasses down as peaceful stillness settles deep across the little town. Warm amber light reflects against the polished dining floor as soft violins chime in behind a heavy oak front door. He turns the wooden radio dial to catch a cello song, finding comfort in the place where he belongs so long, while shadows stretch like velvet ribbons through the sleeping room. His sister leaves her rocking chair and pours a cup of tea. They listen to the evening wind that rustles in the tree. No heavy words are needed when the afternoon is through. The kitchen counter shines with silver under lamps of blue. A porcelain saucer clicks against a heavy marble tile. Two old friends share an unspoken, understanding smile. The tea leaves settle softly at the bottom of the glass as quiet hours of the night now gently, slowly pass. The porch light stays on through the dark. A robin rests inside the park. Arthur closes up his book. One last nostalgic, tender look. A wooden rake drags across the driveway stones. As street lights flicker yellow one by one. You sit right down and stretch your tired bones and drop your coat now that the work is done. The radiator hums its gentle tune. Shadows stretch beneath the kitchen table. We do not need to speak or move too soon, while the teapot settles on the private stable. Pour the steeped orange peel into your favorite clay cup. Watch the blue dusk slowly wrap around the neighborhood tree. Put those heavy old worries down The slow hours belong entirely to you and me. A passing car splash echoes soft and slow. The radio drops to a quiet piano key. You smile at the corner where the rug glows low, unlacing leather shoes so effortlessly. We spent the whole day running after the clock, counting every single tick upon the wall. But now the dark is settling over the block, and there is nothing left to mend at all. Pour the steeped orange peel into your favorite clay cup. Watch the blue dusk slowly wrap around the neighborhood tree. Put those heavy old worries down and never pick them back up. For tonight the slow hours belong entirely to you and me. The street lamp cast a square upon the floor. Rest your shoulders now, my dear old friend. Leave your heavy boots beside the screen door, and let the quiet night begin. A bent spoon rests beside today's unopened mail. The copper teapot catches shadows long and pale. Outside the window, amber streetlights start to bloom, while quiet piano chords drift slowly through the room. I count the ticking seconds on the kitchen wall and wait to see if anyone will call. The shadow on the curtain turns a deeper shade of blue. I wonder if you're watching the late sky fade into. My tea is getting cooler while the room grows still. An evening settles gently on the windowsill. The silver clock ticks slowly as the daylight slips away. I trace the wooden grain where we would sit and talk all day. A sudden wave of quiet fills the hallway by the door, as twilight spreads its velvet blanket softly on the floor, and memories gather round me in the amber lamp glow. The news is muted on the small transistor set. I haven't turned the hallway floor lamp on just yet. The evening air carries a cool and fragrant breeze that rustles through the sleepy tops of maple trees. My thoughts are walking backward down a paved old street where forgotten footsteps used to meet. The shadow on the curtain turns a deeper shade of blue. I wonder if you're watching the late sky fading too. My tea is getting cooler while the room grows still. An evening settles gently on the windowsill. The silver clock ticks slowly as the daylight slips away. I trace the wooden grain where we would sit and talk all day. A sudden wave of quiet fills the hallway by the door, as twilight spreads its velvet blanket softly on the floor, and memories gather round me in the amber lamp glow. There is a sweetness in the quiet end of day, when all the rush of busy hours fades away. The cello notes ring out across the hardwood boards and bring me comfort without any spoken words. The pen spoon sparkles beneath the reading light. I pour another cup and welcome in the night. The house is peaceful now, the shadows rest at last. A gentle evening holding on to what has passed.
Coarse wool ribbing underneath my thumb keeps the dusk from feeling cold tonight. Threadbare cotton on the sofa arm catches amber from the reading light. Slow piano fills the quiet room while violins begin to softly weave. I smooth the seams against my knee and 50 years fall off the clock. I see a porch light far away before the town began to talk. You wore that heavy crimson knit the night the autumn fog came down. We shared a single paper cup and walked across the quiet town. No hurried words were left to speak, just woolen sleeves against my cheek. Now the evening settles on the rug, softened by the vintage velvet drape. Every fiber holds a gentle ghost, tracing out a long forgotten shape. The kettle hums its low refrain while strings unfold a peaceful theme. Touch can open doors that eyes forget. Woven threads preserve a distant year. Though the winter wind begins to blow, that tender hour still feels near. Fingers rest upon the familiar seam, shadows lengthening on the parlor floor. Night arrives without a sound, and I am young and loved once more. The black painted 7 on the dial will catch the soft amber of the street lamp, and we will sit across the kitchen tile where the rain leaves a faint cool damp. I can see us 50 years down the line, sipping tea while the evening strings play, watching how the shadow and the copper shine in the lingering warmth of our older day. The violins will gently bow, the cello hums a low design. We do not need to hurry now, the silver dusk is yours and mine. When sunset settles deep inside this quiet hall, we shall pour dark tea and let shadows The mental pendulum will swing so slow, marking moments we have earned through steady grace. Your white hair will catch the fireplace glow as a smile rests easy on your wrinkled face. We will hear the violets softly bloom, bringing comfort to the twilight air, while the subtle pulse inside the cozy room hold us close in an old velvet chair. The violins will gently bow, a cello hums a low design. We do not need to hurry now, the silver dusk is yours and mine. When sunset settles deep inside this quiet hall, we shall pour dark tea and let shadows fall. Soft cello music weaves along a wooden floor as autumn wind taps gently on our garden door. I imagine how the quiet evenings feel when time becomes a slow and golden thread, with wooden spoons and simple crusty bread, and promises we keep that turned out real. The brass hands move along the face, 7:30 stays warm and calm in that distant time and peaceful place. I hold your hand inside my palm.
A delivery truck brakes at the corner, lights squeaking softly against the cooling street. You lean your head back in the velvet chair, unlacing shoes off your weary feet. The day is settling down into its quiet skin, and I am glad to let you in. The cello on the radio is humming low, a gentle pulse that tells us both to go slow. You set your heavy coat upon the wooden rack while shadows stretch across the hallway floor. We watch the evening amber turn to velvet black and lock the worries right outside our door. A slice of lemon cake sits ready on the tray to wash the noisy world completely away. A neighbor's bicycle bell rings once down below, fading out as the twilight gathers near. You tell a story from 30 years ago, a simple memory we both hold dear. The parlor clock tick-tocks its steady rhyme, keeping pace with our shared time. The woodland section plays a lazy yellow tune underneath the rising silver moon. You drop another lump of sugar in your mug. The steam rises up toward the ceiling beam. We wrap ourselves inside a soft wool embroidered rug and let the quiet hours wander like a stream. There is no need to hurry toward tomorrow yet, with memories that neither one of us will forget. Street lights flick on one by one outside the glass, a warm golden grid on the darkening grass. You kick your heels up, smiling like a kid again. Forget the ticking hours, my old friend. The last bus idle rumble drifts away. You rest your hands and close your eyes. The evening holds us tenderly right here. Good night for now, my friend. Steam rises slowly from the enamel pot. The grandfather clock ticks against the velvet wall as shadows stretch long across the wooden floor. You stop with the wooden spoon halfway to your mouth, remembering a street name from 40 years ago. Violins swell softly behind the yellow curtain. A cooling breeze pulls at the corner of the frame. The day pulls its curtain down over the backyard grass, and every lingering shadow finds its proper name. The kettle starts to whistle as the street lamps turn to gold. We pull two woven cardigans against the autumn chill. A neighbor shuts his window while the supper dishes wait, and quiet shadows settle on the darkened windowsill. We sit across the table without speaking for a while. The radio hums an old waltz from a vintage station. The butter melts softly into warm toasted rye. Outside the tall window, a gray stray cat slips away, while gentle cello notes weave beneath the darkening sky. You glance at the hallway clock and smile to yourself. The kettle starts to whistle as the street lamps turn to gold. We pull two woven cardigans against the autumn chill. A neighbor shuts his window while the supper dishes wait, and quiet shadows settle on the darkened windowsill. We sit across the table without speaking for a while. Paper napkins folded neat beside ceramic plates. A lingering warmth remains where afternoon sun shone. Every ticking second feels like velvet on the rug as night comes in softly to make this house our own. The streetlight shines steady through patterned lace. We stack the clean saucers in mahogany wood. Night takes its place at the head of the table. Why does the hallway get longer when dust starts to settle on the floor? The brass pendulum swings without asking what day it was before. My tea bag hangs over the mug like a small floating leaf. A stray thought about yesterday wanders past without grief. The cello on the radio hums a quiet three-note tune. I count 6 yellow leaves against the pale afternoon. The lamp shadow leans across the hallway runner-up. I fold up my newspaper and pull my cardigan snug. Thoughts drift like dust in the amber light, fading away. The copper pot simmers while the neighborhood porch lights ignite. Old letters wait patient in drawers that I promised to write. A neighbor shuts a car door 3 houses down the quiet street. The evening takes its slow seat where dark and memory meet. Did I leave the garden gate unlatched for the stray tabby cat? My my slippers feel heavy against the woven wool mat. The wood stove pops softly, dropping a bright orange spark. A half-filled crossword puzzle sits waiting in the dark. 7 across is a 6-letter word for quiet peace. I let the pencil rest until the outside noises cease. The shadow on the wall turns a deeper shade of blue. I hear the distant whistle of the 7:15 through. Every little evening sound finds a place to belong. The copper pot simmers while the neighborhood porch lights ignite. Old letters wait patient in drawers that I promised to write. A neighbor shuts a car door 3 houses down the quiet street. The evening takes its slow seat where dark and memory meet. Thoughts bend like willow reeds under a low winter sky. No need to fix what went wrong or ask the reason why. The radiator clings once, then settles down to rest. I trace the frayed wool seam across my flannel vest. The tea is lukewarm now, but I drink it all the same. A moth taps the window screen without a single name. Night comes in on soft socks, stepping across the hall. Nothing left to answer, nothing left at all.
Yesterday you told me salted butter makes the bread stay soft. Now the tin of Earl Grey tea is steaming on the stove. A pair of wire-rimmed glasses sits beside the crossword page. The yellow wallpaper catches amber in its faded grove. Our old retriever sighs upon the woven tartan rug. The radiator hums its quiet evening tune. The mantel clock strikes 6 o'clock with 2 slow iron rings. A silver spoon rests softly in the porcelain saucer tray. Outside the window frame, the maple branches start to lean. It is the cozy hour when the city fades away. We set 2 painted stoneware plates upon the linen cloth. A gentle cello melody begins to fill the room. You turn the lamp dial down until the shadow turns to moth. We watch the golden street light through the curtains slowly bloom. The quiet dark settles around our little corner plot. You said last night that old folk song sounds sweetest in the dusk. The wool yarn reels out slowly from the wicker basket tray. A jar of clover honey sits beside the sliced dry loaf. The rain taps softly on the glass before it drifts away. We set 2 painted stoneware plates upon the linen cloth. A gentle cello melody begins to fill the room. You turn the lamp dial down until the shadow turns to moth. We watch the golden street light through the curtains slowly bloom. The quiet dark settles around our little corner plot. Small things gather in the hall like pebbles by the sea. Your slippers rested by the door, a folded wool beret. We do not need a grand parade to feel the world complete. Just tea leaves settling in the pot while evening comes to me. We set 2 painted stoneware plates upon the linen cloth. A gentle cello melody begins to fill the room. You turn the lamp dial down until the shadow turns to moth. We watch the golden street light through the curtains slowly bloom. The quiet dark settles around our little corner plot. The teapot lid settles down, street lights glow through the shade. 6 o'clock passes by softly. We stay right here in the warm glow. Rough rib wool catches on my thumb as the shadow on the radiator grows. The evening air sits calm and numb, drying out the lavender and rose. I pull the woven blanket to my knees, feeling every thick and twisted thread. Outside the quiet rustle of the trees turns the twilight purple into red. A sudden prick of scratchy yellow yarn takes me back 40 autumns to the barn. The damp evening chill begins to settle in, and I remember where we used to begin. You wore that heavy knit beside the quiet lake. We drank dark tea until the stars turned cold and blue. The simple promises we didn't mean to break fell gently on the grass like early morning dew. And now 7 o'clock is settling in the small back room, and warmth returns inside this fading wooden loom. The corduroy collar rubs against my chin, softened by 50 winters in the drawer. I trace the frayed seam where the threads grow thin, watching golden streetlight paint the floor. The tea leaves drop down to the bottom of the cup as the old grandfather clock begins to strike. I do not turn the parlor lamp back up, just holding on to what your touch was like. You wore that heavy knit beside the quiet lake. We drank dark tea until the stars turned cold and blue. The simple promises we didn't mean to break fell gently on the grass like early morning dew. Now 7 o'clock is settling in the small back room, and warmth returns inside this fading wooden loom. The evening tension melts into the seams where thread and story weave together slow. I close my eyes and trade the waking dreams for shadows dancing in the hearthlight glow. Rough wool rests softly on my knees tonight. The clock ticks slow, the street lamp shines its yellow light. I remember this heavy oak chair presses deep into the floor. The clock on the mantle ticks slower than before. Young man in the mirror, so eager to arrive. You spend all your 20s just trying to survive. Now the tea kettle hums a softer sort of news, and there is no rush to put on your walking shoes. I wish I could send a letter down the line to tell you that everything turns out fine. You do not need to carry every heavy wool sweater through the rain.
Every hill was a mountain to climb. Look at me sitting in the amber lamp glow, with nowhere to run and nowhere left to go. The cello plays softly from the radio on the shelf. I am finally learning to forgive my younger self. I wish I could send a note across the year to speak into the stillness so you could hear. You do not need to carry every heavy wool sweater through the rain. The silver in your hair will heal the sharper kind of pain. The small house on the corner keeps the winter wind outside, and all the foolish deadlines were just dust upon the tide. So set down the briefcase and loosen up your tie. The world moves along under this peaceful evening sky. Remember the night when the engine wouldn't start? You thought it was the end of your frightened little heart. It was only a delay on a road that brought you home, where you never really had to face the dark alone. The padded cushions hold me safe and tight. Rest your tired eyes, my boy, good night.
One scratch pearl button sits beside my plate. A thread of silk still tangled in its eye. The evening violin outside can wait, while shadow lengthens on the curtain line. I count the quiet hours left to spend before the parlor turns to restful blue. The radio hums softly through the hall. An amber lamp warms up the faded wall, and all my worries slow their busy stride. I fold my napkin neat against the lace and watch the golden hour take its space. A gentle cello sighs a slow refrain, while twilight washes out the window pane, leaving a peaceful stillness in my chest. I turn the button over with my thumb, remembering the coat I sewed last spring. The neighbors in the garden now grow dumb as night birds stretch a quiet feathered wing. My cup of chicory is nearly done. I fold my napkin neat against the lace and watch the golden hour take its space. A gentle cello sighs a slow refrain, while twilight washes out the window pane, leaving a peaceful stillness in my chest. Oh, the clock ticks on with steady mellow grace. No need to rush into another day. The parlor holds a sweet and simple peace, where softly faded memories like to stay. I leave the button where the lampshine fell. The evening rests inside its velvet shell. Good night to every shadow on the floor. The glowing 5 upon the kitchen clock will shine in green when both our heads turn gray. I picture us in thick wool hand-knit socks, just doing onions at the close of day. You will complain about your aching knee, and I will hunt for glasses on my nose, while steam rises gently from the tea, and outside wind blows soft against the rose. The cello on the radio plays soft and low, a gentle waltz to welcome in the night. We won't have anywhere we ought to go, content beneath the lamp's pale yellow light. Some distant evening when the kettle sings its raspy song, I will hand you a worn wooden spoon across the floor, while heavy curtains keep the chilly blue dusk where it belongs, and 2 old soup bowls wait beside the pantry door. A steady chime will mark the hour of 8, with small brass gears that click in quiet rhythm. We'll slowly set the painted earthenware plate, enjoying every peaceful minute given. You'll ask if I remembered milk or bread. I'll smile and say I got them yesterday. I see it now as clear as autumn glass, the steady comfort that our age will bring. We do not need the hurried youth to last, just simple suppers and the warmth they sing. The bright clock shifts from 8 to 9. Your calloused hand slips into mine. A quiet dusk in our future kitchen room, as shadows stretch across the loom. Copper light leaks through the glass display, turning faded walls of buttery gold. An old gentleman in gray steps in my way, asking if the evening tea is cold. I just smile and slide the napkin tray, watching shadows stretch out long and old. Clarinet notes drift from somewhere near, violins begin a tender strain. Neither one of us has much to fear, watching twilight wash the window pane. You tell me about a town you used to know, where silver weeping willows touch the street. I share a funny story meet. Two strangers find a rhythm in the fading day, before the last street lamp turns white and gray. Pistachio green and soft plum tints collide over cobblestones across the lane. You mention how the hours seem to slide once the sunset parts the curtain pane. I nod along and order one more scone, grateful that we do not sit alone. Soft elbows weave around the fireplace heat. We talk a pocket watch, our shoes in rain. A sudden magic fills this quiet street, taking away the small residual pain. You tell me about a town you used to know, where silver weeping willows touch the street. I share a funny story from a decade ago, while brassy horns and muted cellos meet. Two strangers find a rhythm in the fading day, before the last street lamp turns white and gray. The golden hues dissolve to indigo. You tip your cap and step into the shade. A lovely word exchange before you go. A brief connection that will never fade. Where do the shadows hide when dusk turns blue? The parlor clock ticks twice and stops on 3. I count the brass hooks lined along the wall, then wonder if you remembered to buy tea. A cello hums somewhere behind the wood as evening tension settles in the room. The radiator clinks a rhythm in the hall. I pull my knitted sweater tight against the chill. A sudden nervous spark comes stepping down the stairs, and every quiet corner holds its breath until the evening hums with restless amber light across the parlor, while silver spoons collide inside a bowl of porcelain. A sudden urge to sweep dusty floorboards clean reveals a folded letter from a spring we never saw. Our neighbor winds his mantle clock with steady practiced hands, and darkness softly settles down like velvet on the lawn. Why does a tea stronger late at night? The newspaper lies crooked on the rug. I step around the creaking floorboard twice and trace the painted handle on my mug. My thoughts drift back to 40 years ago, before the quiet garden lost its bloom. I check the front door latch, then check again. Is someone walking up the gravel drive? The wind kicks up a flutter in the shade. This restless feeling makes me feel alive. A chamber quartet plays inside my head, while evening shadows stretch across the thread. The kettle cools upon the iron stove. A solitary curtain sways in place. I close my eyes and let the night begin. Unanswered questions lingering in space. Plum-colored twilight washes over the brass handrail. You shift your coat and leave a little room for me. autumn air is cool enough to see our breath. You ask if the night train always runs this late. I nod and tell you time slows down at 6 o'clock. A violin plays faintly from a balcony above. The streetlights hum a slow and steady tune. We watch the shadow of the tall clock tower grow. You say you used to play the piano in a hall downtown, before the cedar floorboards faded into dusty brown. I listen as the city lamps ignite along the lane, and share a thermos filled with tea against the coming rain. Two strangers waiting for a light that carries us back home. Golden hour melted down to indigo and gray. You pull a worn-out map from inside your pocket flap. You point to a town that isn't on the map today. I smile because I used to live 3 streets away. A cello joins the melody above the flower shop. The chilly breeze begins to rustle through the leaves. The track lights flicker with the quiet yellow pulse. You say you used to play the piano in a hall downtown, before the cedar floorboards faded into dusty brown. I listen as the city lamps ignite along the lane, and share a thermos filled with tea against the coming rain. Two strangers waiting for a light that carries us back home. The evening holds its breath between the station bells. We do not need to know each other's full name now. A quiet comfort settles in the benches, wooden grooves. The tension dissolves as the quiet engine moves. The headlamps cut through the purple mist. You take your bag and step into the car. Have a gentle night, old friend of 20 minutes. The warm light follows where you are. Dry orange peel and warm tallow steam float down the hallway where the lamps dim. Old Arthur hangs his wool coat on the brass peg, unfolding a blanket across his sore left leg. The parlor grows quiet as dust settles down, far from the rattle of the lower part of town. Nora turns the dial till the cello starts to hum, waiting for the neighbor's evening footsteps to come. Two mismatched cups sit cooling on the tray. A wooden grandfather clock loses its steady beat, while yellow street lamps blossom on the quiet street. She pours the steeping herbal tea before Kettle cries, and watches shadows soften in his tired blue eyes. The parlor rug holds 40 years of honest, simple grace as twilight slows the beating heart inside this gentle place. strikes the china with a ring. They do not need to speak of any heavy thing. He turns a worn page of the Evening Gazette, where stories end before the sun has fully set. The radiator clicks like a beetle on the floor, safe from the wind that tries the heavy oak door. A velvet curtain catches all the amber off the wall. No hurried voices echo through the narrow timber hall. They let the world go spinning on its noisy, frantic track, while slow felt slippers tread the carpet back and forth and back. The wooden grandfather clock loses its steady beat, while yellow street lamps blossom on the quiet street. She pours the steeping herbal tea before Kettle cries, and watches shadows soften in his tired blue eyes. The parlor rug holds 40 years of honest, simple grace as twilight slows the beating heart. Inside this gentle place, the slippered feet move slowly to the hallway light. Nora set the clock back 5 minutes to 9. The amber pales, the kettle cools away. Another peaceful evening closes out the day. The dark legs of this armchair settle down into the rug, as velvet cushions take my weight in one familiar hug. I write a line to who you were back 1982, when every ticking clock felt like a threat surrounding you. You worried if the rent would clear or if you would be alone. While sitting here tonight, I know you had it all along. The cello warms the quiet space beside the kitchen door, and all those urgent questions do not matter anymore. Put down your heavy coat and let your tired ankles rest. The world moves on without that frantic beating in your chest. You made it through those anxious years to sit right where I am, with tea upon the side table and quiet on the land. I see you running through the drizzle for the final train, convinced that missing one small turn meant years of bitter pain. If I could reach across the dusk and touch your soaked wool sleeve, I would reveal how gentle evening gets when you believe. A woodwind plays a slow motif that lingers in the hall, to tell you that you never needed to control it all. The twilight takes its sweet old time before the dark sets in, and sitting in this heavy chair is where peace can begin. Put down your heavy coat and let your tired ankles rest. The world moves on without that frantic beating in your chest. You made it through those anxious years to sit right where I am, with tea upon the side table and quiet on the land. Close your eyes now, younger self. The armchair holds us both. The night is warm and whole. cushion, fray where my thumbnail catches slow. The parlor dims as 6 o'clock passes, leaving a shadow on the radio. Suddenly I am 22 again, standing in a kitchen, smelling of sage. The grandfather clock strikes a single chime, pulling me back through the floorboards of time. You turned the dial while the soup was boiling hot, wearing that yellow dress bought in Santa Fe. We argued softly over things we both forgot, then danced in silence as the steam drifted away. The tea kettle hummed a heavy warning tone before the autumn twilight turned the room to stone. Brushed cotton sleeves feel stiff tonight, draped on the back of this rocker seat. Street lamps ignite down the narrow lane, casting long grids on the dusty street. I hear your keys jingle against the latch, though the porch has been empty for 30 years. Evening tension creeps along the windowsill, holding its breath while the house stays still. Every small thread retains a piece of what was said, a lingering shadow in a room long left for dead. You turned the dial while the soup was boiling hot, wearing that yellow dress bought in Santa Fe. We argued softly over things we both forgot, then danced in silence as the steam drifted away. The tea kettle hummed a heavy warning tone before the autumn twilight turned the room to stone. Smooth woven silk in the fading dark, the street lights glow through the window screen. Evening pulls tight around the living room floor. I close my eyes and I am back with you once more. Stillness filled the living room completely, until I wondered if we'd pay the gas. The brass pendulum swung slow against the wallpaper of faded yellow roses. Outside the window, amber streetlights glowed along the damp, wet asphalt lane. A silver teaspoon rested inside a half-filled mug of lukewarm chamomile. The shadows stretched across the rug, the evening softened all the noise. We traded one slow-looking glance without a single word to speak. The radiator clicks to life while twilight turns to velvet blue. You fold the evening paper down and check the brass latch on the frame. A soft cello melody fills the room as darkness settles through the view. We watch the neighborhood grow still and gently share this quiet claim. The wool blanket draped across the armchair cushion, where the tabby cat slept sound. A mild breeze pulled the lace curtains while a chamber waltz played low and sweet. I reached across the wooden armrest just to feel your weathered knuckle touch my hand. The clock struck 6 while soup was simmering softly on the kitchen stove. The radiator clicks to life while twilight turns to velvet blue. You fold the evening paper down and check the brass latch on the frame. A soft cello melody fills the room as darkness settles through the view. We watch the neighborhood grow still and gently share this quiet claim. Years have passed like afternoon light falling long across the hallway floor. Every small routine we built becomes a shelter made of oak and glass. Listen to the evening breathe as streetlight filters through the pane. Holding on to peace like this is all we ever really need to ask. The radiator clicks to life while twilight turns to velvet blue. You fold the evening paper down and check the brass latch on the frame. A soft cello melody fills the room as darkness settles through the view. We watch the neighborhood grow still and gently share this quiet claim. The entire street has gone to sleep beneath the low and silver cloud. You turn the lamp switch with a click and draw the heavy linen shade. Warm shadows drift along the stairs without a sound inside the house. We step into the quiet dark together in the resting warmth. Rattles down the block and delivery trucks roll out of view. You hang your heavy wool coat on the peg, shaking off the damp evening dew. The radiator whistles in the hall, breathing warm air through the floor. You untie your laces with a sigh, glad to be inside once more. The blue light dims across the window pane. We stretch our tired shadows long and thin. You pour 2 amber glasses from the jug and turn the heavy copper latch right in. We watch the steam rise slowly from the bowl while old clock hands begin to roll. You rest your weary shoulders on the frame, glad the night has lost its heavy name. A cello phrase plays softly in the dark, leaving on the rug a golden mark. The baker downstairs locked his wooden door. His last heavy footsteps faded fast. You tell me about your quiet afternoon, happy that the busy work is past. We do not need to chase the town tonight or figure out what tomorrow brings. Just pass the crusty bread across the table and listen while the kettle sings. The blue light dims across the window pane. We stretch our tired shadows long and thin. You pour 2 amber glasses from the jug and turn the heavy copper latch right in. We watch the steam rise slowly from the bowl while old clock hands begin to roll. You rest your weary shoulders on the frame, glad the night has lost its heavy name. A cello phrase plays softly in the dark, leaving on the rug a golden mark. Street lamps flick on one by one down the street, casting amber patches on the wall. You sink deeper in the velvet chair, wrapped up safe against the chill of fall. We watch the steam rise slowly from the bowl, while old clock hands begin to roll. You rest your weary shoulders on the frame, glad the night has lost its heavy name. A cello phrase plays softly in the dark, leaving on the rug a golden mark. The street turns quiet down below. Stay a little longer in the golden light. I will stir the pot once more. Rest your feet and have a peaceful night. You said yesterday the tea tastes sweeter when the kettle steams before the dark. Now 6 o'clock is settling in the corner, leaving behind a tiny amber spark. The velvet cushions press against the wood, just like you promised that they would. The radiator hums its little song. The silver fork is resting on the cloth. We wait for dusk without a single word, as quiet as a midnight moth. A golden spoon reflects the wall clock ticking slow, while wool rugs capture footsteps soft and mild. The evening hums a tune that old friends used to know, and twilight calms the parlor like a child. We watch the steam rise slowly to the beam, and lose ourselves inside an ordinary dream. The radio turns low upon the table. A blue stamp slants across an old receipt. The stray cat pauses right beside the doorstep, then curls up tight against the cozy heat. A silver pair of spectacles lay still beside the faded portrait on the sill. The mantel clock delivers 7 rings. The neighbor shuts his garden gate with care. A gentle stillness settles on the house, and evening fills the resting chair. A golden spoon reflects the wall clock ticking slow, while wool rugs capture footsteps soft and mild. The evening hums a tune that old friends used to know, and twilight calms the parlor like a child. We watch the steam rise slowly to the beam, and lose ourselves inside an ordinary dream. Small details gather in the amber light, from creaking floorboards to the polished tin. We count the tiny comforts of the night before the chilly winter stars begin. A golden spoon reflects the wall clock ticking slow, while wool rugs capture footsteps soft and mild. The evening hums a tune that old friends used to know, and twilight calms the parlor like a child. We watch the steam rise slowly to the beam, and lose ourselves inside an ordinary dream. The teapot cools beside the linen sleeve. The porch lamp flickers gently on the street. A quiet house is ready to relieve the weary steps of two slow-moving feet. Seven glows red against the wallpaper edge as the cello softly hums in the hall. I see us 50 winners down the line, sitting right here while the shadows grow tall. You will reach out for the velvet cushion, and I will pour tea with a steady hand. The radiator clicks its slow evening tune. Outside the street lamps light up one by one. We watch the quiet kitchen sink into amber, knowing our long working days are all done. Quiet minutes as the pendulum swings, while the heavy velvet curtains shut the chilly town out. Finding peace inside the tiny simple rhythm of things, with no lingering questions left to worry about. Just two worn wool coats hanging back by the door. An aid appears upon the silent face. The wood stove crackles with a gentle spark. You will ask if I remembered the latch before the garden disappears in dark. I will smile and nod without saying much, knowing your habit by heart even then. Violins trace out a winding path across the ceiling in the pale lamp shimmer. It feels so safe to dream this distant dusk, where every little memory grows warmer and dimmer. Flickers softly in the corner room. We rest our weary hands together now. The house rests quiet in the evening air, exactly when and where we promised how.